What's going on, guys? Welcome to this client success interview. Today, I have Spencer Freed, who has been crushing it in his online coaching business. Now, Spencer has come a very, very long way. We just hit his 12-month mark, and he also just hit his first $20,000 month, which is insane. And what I love about Spencer's journey is that it was not a slow and steady growth. It was dead silent for months, and then all of a sudden, it was a rocket ship. And every single month, he's been breaking records, breaking records. And, I follow him on his stories. I am very, very proud of the community that he's built, the message that he's put behind his fitness coaching business. Because when you look at his content, you can tell that it's much deeper than fitness. And I think that's why he's seen so much success, is because men are getting on board to join a brotherhood, to get their lifestyle dialed in, to get their passions and mission dialed in. And, he's just done a really great job leading people. And it's been a very long journey getting him to this point. So I wanted to bring him on so we can share his journey. So Spencer, what's going on, man? It's great to have you on here. Why don't you give the people a little introduction as to who you are, where you're from, what your life looks like today?
First of all, thank you, Zakk, for the amazing intro, man. And I'm really excited to talk about this journey because I wouldn't be here without you. But real quick, I'll talk about me. I'm from Westchester, New York. I moved down to Austin, Texas 3 years ago, and I was personal training for around 4 years. When I moved to Austin, I was doing in person, and I started getting saturated super quickly. And I was thinking, like, where does this go? Where is this going to lead? And then online coaching came into my radar, right? In terms of my story, to keep it long story short, at 25, I started my fitness journey, and I was in rock bottom. I was drinking, I was taking drugs, all this stuff. And then I made a decision to change my life and my fitness. And that got me here at 29. A year ago, Will Coomer, one of my friends, introduced me to Zakk, and I hopped on a call with Ryan, and Ryan was amazing. I just knew I needed to do this. I knew it was the investment I needed to make. And that's the thing with these things, is intuition. It's just knowing it. Like in my mind, it's like, oh, maybe, no. I knew this is going to change my life. And literally, it's only been 12 months, literally 12 months. And looking back, I'm serious, the best decision I've ever made in my life.
I love it, dude. I love it. Let's go back to 12 months ago, man. So
Yeah.
12 months ago, you're working as an in-person trainer, probably a little unfulfilled and burnt out from, the daily grind as a personal trainer, lost of thinking, where is this going to lead? What are my next steps? You joined PTBI, but it wasn't an overnight success for you. So what were some of the challenges that you were facing in those first few months that kept you from getting this thing off the ground the way you wanted to?
It was everything. Yeah, it was just like all the skills I didn't have, like the sales skills, the communication skills. You and I were talking about this, like the videos I posted before, I was talking from my head. I just didn't believe in myself. And now I feel like I'm talking from my heart, talking from passion. As thanks to you and thanks to PTBI, I'm able to do this. But it was everything. I just had no idea where to start. A lot of information online, a lot of videos. I was looking at it, but nothing was really absorbing. I didn't know what to do with my Instagram. I didn't know what to do if somebody signed up. I didn't know what my mission was, my offer. It was virtually everything. And I knew I needed somebody to show me what I need to do. That's what happened. I joined. We have this course from A to Z. It's like, listen, this is what you need to do. This is the structure. So yeah, to answer your question, I was just struggling with everything.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And I remember there's some mindset blocks in the beginning. There were some things you were working through when it came to showing up and building confidence on calls. So why don't you walk me through what were some of those first calls like? Why do you think you fumbled them? And what changed recently that's allowed you? And I'm going to disclose this just because it's amazing. You've gotten 2 10K deals this month, which is insane. That is crazy. 2 10K deals, crazy. So you went from fumbling on sales calls to closing 10K deals confidently. What changed? What were you doing back then? What did you need to work through? And what finally clicked for you?
PTBI, baby. That's what happens, man. Yeah, it's a really good question, man. I had a huge confidence issue, I think. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have any successes before in terms of this business. So people would hop on a call with me, and I didn't have that conviction that I have now. I didn't have that confidence. I didn't have that communication skills, and they felt that. So they felt it. And then that's part of the journey. Like there's actual sales skills of pain. And you taught me a lot about that, of using pain points instead of saying, oh, this would be great, right? This would be awesome. Like, okay, like I think I don't need to do it. But now it's like, no. Like you need to do it. So there's like practical skills that I learned in the beginning I didn't have. But I think the main thing, man, like the past 4 or 5 months with a rocket ship is energy. It's straight energy. Everything else is just a side effect of that. It's the conviction I have deep within my heart that my mind's doubt can't reach. Like it's straight up in my soul, man. It's like, it's also evidence. Like Hormozy talks about that, right? I know you talk about that too. It's just, it is what it is. People join this, they transform. I post on my my story all the time. People are like, thank you so much, just changed my life. So I think that's a huge part too, is just not giving up and building this momentum of this beautiful brotherhood that I built for other people, and knowing that this is service. So when somebody hops on a call and they're like, hey, I'm struggling with this, I'm like, I have the solution here, and they can have the objections. It's so much easier to overcome those objections when you know, like, listen, this is going to help you. There's no doubt in my mind that it's not.
I love it. Yeah, dude, I totally agree. I think that having a framework for sales is fantastic, but if you don't have the soul and the conviction and the absolute confidence, you're going to get ran over essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also on the flip side, if you have so much confidence, you don't even need a script because people just
Totally.
believe you. And at this point, you're probably just freeballing your sales process and you're just like, I know what I need to do. I need to find the pain point. I need to make my offer relevant to them. And then I need to push them and motivate them to get started, man. So that's incredible. I want to go back to a very pivotal moment. And I think you know what I'm going to
Oh
talk about.
God. Oh no, man. The truth
This is
comes out. Let's do
yeah,
it, man.
this is a character arc for you, man. You bought a ticket to one of our masterminds last year in June, and you got cold feet in the airport, didn't get on the flight, missed the mastermind. What was going through your mind there? Why do you think you weren't ready to, show up? And take us back to that moment, and what kind of growth have you seen since then? Because I feel like now it's like if you got that ticket, you're coming. You're probably speaking. Like you're a completely different
Let's
person now.
go, Beast. I appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. When this happened, you were like, I remember what you said. You're like, Spencer, we're going to laugh about this in the future.
And here we are.
And here we are, man. So you're right. I think that was the moment that changed everything. I'm not even kidding. So the pain of not going to that mastermind, the pain of knowing like all the fun that you guys had. 'Cause I was in the group chat too. To rewind, I didn't go full transparency because I was having anxiety. Like I had like some sort of anxiety attack, and you and I talked about that. And I decided not to go, which was not the right decision. But I looked at my life in that moment. I'm like, what am I? I'm like, whoa, this is a huge issue. Because
Mhm.
like this decision, like my career is being impacted by me, my feelings, and me not feeling good, and me being anxious or whatever. And I'm like, something needs to change because that's unacceptable. If my career, my livelihood, and my future family's livelihood is being impacted by this, then something needs to change. So honestly, I think from that moment on, I was like, I have to understand what this is. That was when I started meditating a lot more and just diving into it. And that's what changed my life. Yeah, that moment I think was the rock bottom in terms of my energy. And now like from there, it just rocket shipped up.
Beautiful, man. And honestly, I think that with you hitting that rock bottom and pulling yourself up probably had a lot to do with your conviction for being able to help other people in that situation as well, which is translating onto your
100%.
sales calls because you now walk the walk, not only talk the talk, you've done it yourself. And
Yeah.
something I wanted to talk about with your fitness coaching program is like, dude, as an outsider looking in, I wouldn't even know that what you're offering is fitness coaching because it seems
Right.
so much more than fitness coaching.
Right.
So talk about the actual transformation that you help people with because you offer meditation, you offer lifestyle design, you offer, purpose and mission and brotherhood and all this kind of stuff. So what is the transformation that your program is all about?
It's a really good question, man. So what I do is I transform men from the inside out. A lot of people are transforming men from the outside in, right? I want to look really good so I can feel good. No, no, no. I want you to feel good first and then you can look good. How do you feel good? There's something within you that's not healed. And so in an industry where there's so much ego and there's so much like, I want to get as big as possible and take this and take that, and the health is being impacted. I wanted to create something that was like, listen, the body is the side effect. It's the outside reflection of who you are inside. So what we do is we combine spirituality and fitness together, and removing the ego, the side effect of that is a more effortless body build. Because when we're not like holding on, like, oh, and I've been there, man. I've been there. We've all been there. Of like, I want to get as shredded as possible. The test tanks, you feel like terrible. And if like I look great, but it's not fulfilling. And as a former addict and all that stuff, man, I realized there's a better way. So this came naturally. When I joined PTBI, I was Freedom Fitness.
Yeah.
And it was all fitness, which is beautiful. But I think for people's goals and stuff and your branding, it'll dynamically change.
Mhm.
So I didn't expect to get into this branding in the beginning, but it was beautiful how it morphed, just like a child, grows up and, wants to get into the liberal arts or something.
Yeah.
It's like, it's something that's different. So it's something that's supposed to happen. And I think that not going to the mastermind, that's when I got really into spirituality. And that's when I was like, wait, this is the final solution for people, is heal them, meditations, coaching, breakthroughs, things like that. And that shift is like, now I want to work out. Now I want to eat healthy, and it becomes more effortless. So, but yeah, to answer your question, it's all encompassing. It's training, nutrition, mindset design, and that spiritual component, sprinkling that spiritual meditation component, I found is really like, it's life transforming for people who join.
Yeah. And I think knowing that you can have a deeper impact than just physical results and you're actually helping people resolve pain
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
why you're able to get away with, charging what you're charging because you're bringing a much deeper impact than just fitness. And there's something that you
100%.
you mentioned is that like your brand and your niche and your ideal client, it's going to change and evolve as you change and evolve as well. So like I always tell people are like, "Ah, I'm stressing out my ideal client." I'm like, "Don't worry about your ideal client. Just help
Yeah.
anyone that you can help.
Right.
Protein's protein, elite is elite. Help just
Yeah.
help people and you will catch a groove for your message. You'll catch a groove for your ideal client and it will form itself. PTBI, when I first started, you know what it was called? It was Personal Trainer's Business Course because
Oh,
all I
wow.
sold was a course.
PTBC, baby.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even that. Like, and then I turned it into PTBI like 2 years
Nice.
later. But dude, let me ask you this. You're slinging 10K deals now. What goes into a package like that? Like, what kind of transformation deliverables are you providing to people? They're signing up for 10K at a time.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. So it's thinking about that. It's like, what is worth 10K? What is worth these deals? Like, what is removing that pain or that blockage? What would we pay 10K for? And so what it is inside out transformation, obliterating all the obstacles that they have internally and also changing their externals. That's everything. Like that's the entire world. So their inner world and their outer world. And I work with somebody right now who specializes in that inner world. I help them with the outer world, their fitness, conquering more of the masculine sort of thing. And he helps with the feminine of the healing. And he's a trained practitioner. Like he really helps them get down to, he does specific form of meditation where he divides these parts and he heals these people. And then once they're healed and they go through that process, right in that call, I'm like, okay, listen, let's create your new life. Let's create your standards. Let's create your goals. Let's talk about your fitness. Let's really get you in the best shape of your life. So it's that push and pull, that feminine and masculine. It's the people that are in that offer. They're getting massive results, and the money's great. Like the money's nice, but as you and I both know, it's these people and it's the service that we provide them. And I know it's worth way more than 10K, and so that's why I'm able to offer that. And it's going up from there, man. It's a beautiful experience.
I love it, brother. Yeah, I mean, you've been hitting record months literally every single month for like the last 4 months. And
Yeah.
I know you're on a unstoppable train right now. So you're coming up to a big move. You're about to be moving from Austin to Tampa. How does it feel to be able to relocate and not have to worry about a job, not have to worry about, how you're going to get income and be able to have this freedom to where you can pick up and move and essentially go anywhere you want, do anything you want in the sense of freedom?
Yeah, man. I remember I'm smiling because I saw you interview Wanda and she said something that resonated with me. I'm going to say the same thing because it's true. She was like, I love my life. I remember her saying that.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way. It's complete just freedom. Like you said, freedom is the best word. This was like the matrix is right here, man. I just pulled it out. It's like, oh, wow. Now I can just go everywhere, man. So you helped me plug out of the matrix and I'm able to just travel anywhere. Like travel. Yeah. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about the in-person clients. I don't have to worry about the being stuck in this place. I have a business that's completely online, that's completely remote, and I'm able to help people all around the world and continue to scale it with you and continue to help more people. And so it's a beautiful life because it's fulfilling, it's deep within me. And the money is the side effect of that. But the freedom, I mean, that's like life opens up its entire doors. I can move to Tampa for a month. I can go to Tulum. I can go to Japan. I can go to Vegas and crash on your couch.
Yes,
It's
sir.
just,
Well, we got a
whatever.
guest bed now, man. We're moving up in
Let's
life.
go, Beast.
We're moving up in life, man. We got a guest
Let's go.
bedroom.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, dude.
So good.
I remember my first 10K month. That was when the weight was lifted off my shoulders and I was
Right.
able to breathe. And I'll be completely honest, like the difference between 0 to 10K is life changing. The difference between 10K and 100K, not that life changing, right?
I feel that.
Obviously, you're gonna be making more money in your business. It's great, cool. But like the fulfillment is around the same. The lifestyle design is around the same. So like I always tell people, as soon as you hit 10K, you're there. Like you've made it.
Yeah.
You've made
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
man.
For sure.
So
The
dude,
zero. Yeah.
congrats. Like it's really awesome to
Thank
see
you.
your growth. I remember seeing Nick Comedina posted a day in the life video and it came at a perfect time because I experienced my own self-doubt. I experienced my own limiting beliefs, even at the level that I'm at today. And, sometimes I compare myself and, I go through those seasons and Nick Comedina, who is crushing it, someone that I look up to very dearly, he posted a day in the life video. And Megan was like, did you see Nick's video? And I'm like, no, I didn't. She sent it to me and she's like, you guys do the exact same thing. And I'm like,
There you go.
man, that really is the life. Like you wake up,
Yeah.
you train, you help people, you go to bed, you do it again. As soon as you're there, you've made it, man. So
Yeah,
how's it
man.
feel, brother? How's it feel?
Feels like a glory, like that's the thing, like in life, like you have these feelings. Most people chase that dopamine. I did that for a long time, for 25 years of my life, addicted to dopamine and all this stuff. But like that glory feeling of like, and I know this is just the beginning, it's a milestone. Everything changed since joining. But it's the same thing with like running a marathon or something. It's a slow like feeling in my heart. So that opens up, if that makes sense. So it feels amazing. I'm incredibly fulfilled deep down. And I just want to take this opportunity, man, to say like, I would not be here without you. Like this man right here, like you're a real one. You care so much about your clients. You built this incredible business, and reading your book just opened the window for me in terms of like more of your life. And like Zakk, you're just an amazing person, and you were with me every step of the way. And the whole team was, man. And I definitely wouldn't be here without you. So it's just from the bottom of my heart, man. I'm so grateful for you and for what you've built, and you care so much, man. And I really appreciate that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Take that to heart. All right, brother. We're wrapping up. What's next in store for you? You're about to move to Tampa. We're about to scale your business. What's the vision for 2024?
An empire, man. An empire.
Yeah. What's
Help
that
more
look like?
people. Yeah, man. At least 50K months, at least scale it. And like you said, like hire assistant coaches, have more leverage, become a leader. I am a leader, but everything's me. Everything's me. I built this from the ground up because of you. And like now I'm able to rise up and be this vision. I can be more of a visionary for this business and just spread it across the board, help more people, make a lot more money, and try to catch up with you best way I can.
I love it, man. I love it. All right, Spence. Thanks so much for hopping on. Where can people find you online if they want to give you a follow?
Yeah, man. So Instagram is Spencer Dillon, SpencerDylan. That's the best way to find me.
Cool.
I can
All
be
right.
on there.
Peace.